The tables are turned on the Bijou this week as Madara gets his sweet revenge and begins to capture them all in my review of Naruto chapter 659. Funny story, this chapter came out a little early. In fact, it came out yesterday. And because of that, me and Christian were really psyched because he happened to be in the area and he decided to stop by, and we went ahead and re-recorded everything for this review. But since it came so suddenly, we really didn't have time to organize things, and we noticed that during the record, after he left and I began editing, that we had the mute button on the entire time. And if you want to see some of that footage, there it is. So because of that, I have to go ahead and re-record this, but it's not all bad. Unfortunately, Christian cannot be here for this one. But let's go ahead and jump into this Naruto chapter, which, as me and Christian discussed, was essentially the exact opposite of last week's chapter, which basically featured all of the Bijou just wailing on Madara. And this week, it was Madara wailing on them. And it was really cool. I especially love the introduction of Madara in this chapter where he has blood all over his body and then he starts to lick it. And as me and Christian were discussing, you know, after seeing this, we're like, how many times have we seen, like, a villain who's, like, overly charismatic decide to lick their own blood? That could be its own top 10 list. Madara now is brimming with confidence and he decides to summon the Ghetto Mazo, which is just erupting from Obito's body, which looks really wicked and crazy. And then Kakashi tries to use his Kamui to take it out, but Madara is able to make it move really quick away, but he does manage to take one of its arms away, so this is pretty awesome. But it's not really going to bother Madara at all. He's still going to go through with his plans. And at the same time, there's also this weird hostage is the hostage situation, where Black Zetsu is still controlling Obito's body, and he's trying to take his Rinnegan eye, but Obito is still trying to resist, and at the same time, he's sort of in a conundrum here. He can't let Obito die, because then Kakashi and Minato will just come in and kill him before he can take the eye. So this is a really tense situation, and hopefully it'll evolve into a more full-fledged fight as the chapters go on, but you immediately begin to forget about this as Madara decides to just start beating the crap out of all the Bijou, and he uses a new technique. It has like a weird new name, but at the end of the day, it's Shinra Tensei. He essentially just blows all the Bijou away, and this is a good and bad thing that me and Christian were discussing. It's cool in the fact that it just shows how powerful he is, and there's, you know, he's hurting all the Bijou, like, massively. But we didn't like the fact that it went on for pages, how each one got, like, their own massive panel, and it just felt like it was taking up too much of the manga this week. But still, it was still cool to look at, and the art was fun. I especially loved the one panel where Shukaku got hit in the jaw, and you can see, like, his big lower jaw just, like, stretching out. It just looked really funny. The fact of the matter is Shukaku's just a lot of fun to look at in general, but the chapter ends when things get really serious, when Madara uses the Ghetto Mazo, and it shoots all of these crazy chains out of its mouth, and it starts to wrap around all of the Bijou as he begins to capture them. And Kurama gives us his very last words for the end of the chapter, which is, shit. But this was not a complete shit chapter. Me and Christian agreed that this one for us is a 7 out of 10. We did like a lot of aspects of it, and you do need to realize that 7 is above average. It's just that we felt that, you know, it was just a complete opposite of last week, and they didn't need to focus so much on the multiple pages of all the Bijou getting jacked in the face, as funny as it looked. The true highlight of this week's chapter, however, is still Madara. He is just such a fantastic villain, and he's so just crazy. Especially the first scene where he's bleeding and he's just sort of basically jacking off to himself. And another thing that I think is funny is how when he's ever talking with Zetsu, we sort of realize, like, it's kind of funny, like, he created all of these clones of Hashirama so that, in a way, he could be with his best friend by not being with his best friend. And the only reason we say that is because, yeah, it makes sense. All the Zetsus are kind of goofy, just like Hashirama. And I love how he's even sort of still trying to convince the Zetsu, don't worry, I haven't even exhausted all of my superpowers yet. But still, this was still a good chapter. We're giving it a 7 out of 10. So it's still a really good chapter that you should read. Just we were hoping for maybe just a little bit more. But maybe that's why we shouldn't put our expectations up so high. But 7 out of 10, that's what we're sticking with. So check it out, guys. One more important announcement before I leave, guys. As you know, we did promise you guys we were going to start doing reviews on the Naruto movies because we just got done doing all the Dragon Ball Z movies. And we did say that the first one was going to be out for Christmas as something of a Christmas special. Unfortunately, due to some family events and the fact that Christian is going to be busy, we are not going to be able to have that out for you guys this year. But it is going to be a New Year's special. Maybe not January 1st, but like the first week of January. Just expect to see it there. It's going to be wintry. There's going to be snow. You'll get it. The point is, we want to make this as perfect as possible. We want to make it as entertaining as possible. We want to pour everything into this. And just work with us, guys. We're going to make it really entertaining for you. But still, we have a lot of other content that we are constantly releasing. So make sure and check out our page. Check out all of the videos we've been working on, all the different anime and manga series, all the different crazy Smash Brothers videos we've been working on. It's going to be one hell of a upcoming year, and I can't wait to see what we're going to create for you guys. So that's it for today. If you liked this chapter of Naruto, I'd love to hear your favorite thoughts about it. If you didn't like this chapter, you could tell me about your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, guys, before you leave, hit that like button, give this video a thumbs up. Absolutely one of the best ways to support our videos. So, I will see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.